UNLV's Week 1 matchup with USC is just around the corner, and to get us caught up on how the Rebels are preparing for Week 1 and beyond, we bring in the head coach, Tony Sanchez. Coach, thank you so much for joining us today.
I appreciate you having me on.
Let's start with 2017. 5-7 was your team, but I'm guessing there were a couple of those games that you would like to have back. So when you look at that season as a whole, what did you learn from it? What is the biggest takeaway from last season?
Well, there's some real big positives about it, and then there's some really frustrating moments. We increased in wins. We got better. It's always a goal to make sure you're getting better. However, there's 3 or 4 games where you feel like you let games get away. I guess on the positive side, we finally built a competitive roster to where we have the ability to go out and play at a high level and win games. We're capable of doing it now. It's not just something where we got to be perfect every single week. We got to go out and got to play good football. On the back end of it, you have to look at why didn't you get those wins? Why didn't you finish? And I think it's the evolution of culture. We're still building a culture here that will allow us to go out and finish and take advantage of certain situations. So we're on our way. We've created a lot of possibility for ourselves, and I think we're going to have a lot of chances to win a lot of games this fall.
And you mentioned this competitive roster that you have now. A lot of those chances and a lot of these games that you want to win will rest on the shoulders of your quarterback, ARMANI Rodgers. What are your expectations for him and this offense?
I'll tell you what, Armani's a special talent. We knew that when we brought him in. We were patient with the process in developing him. We redshirted him. So, last year he was the Mountain West Freshman of the Year, did some really amazing things. And, anyone who's coached knows that, the biggest jump that a quarterback's going to make is between his freshman and sophomore year, or really just the first year that he starts in the second year. So he learned a lot. He was under fire, had a lot of pressure on him. I thought he played very, very well, and I think he's going to continue to evolve. And, we don't want to put the whole thing on him, but we know that he's capable of doing some really special things for this program.
On the other side of the ball, you got a new D coordinator, Tim Skipper. What's he bringing to the table for you and this team this season?
I'll tell you what, Tim's bringing a sense of urgency, leadership, and he's done a really good job of communicating and developing these young men. And, he's a guy I've known for a long time. I think he's a rising star. I think you're going to see a huge, impact that he'll have on our defensive unit this year. And, if we continue to play good offensively and we just marginally get better on defense, and the goal is not to marginally get better, but if we just marginally got better on defense, there's another 3 wins in our pocket from last year.
Mm-hmm. And now, as you said, you have seen an increase in wins every season since you've been there. What is goal number 1 that you and your staff and your team are focused on this season?
Well, continue to increase wins for sure. You get that 1 extra win, all of a sudden you're in the postseason. Again, the goal's not 6. We feel like we have a team that's capable of winning more than that. I don't want to put a specific number on it, but I think we need to go out and play a competitive brand of football, continue to grow, continue to get more wins each year. And if we do that, we're going to finally put this program in a place that it hasn't been in a quarter century.
Now, Coach, before we let you go, I noticed that you have been tweeting out updates to all of your followers on that new stadium that you guys are getting in Vegas. On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you to get in there and to have the Raiders come join you in Vegas?
About 12, So it's exciting. Again, our new football facility is under construction as we speak. It'll be done sometime late in spring. And then, every day when you drive down the 15, you drive right by the new site. And it's an exciting thing. And, we all know that the key ingredient to success is recruiting. And, when you're able to show recruits the new facility, you're able to show them the new stadium, and then just being an NFL town. We saw what the Golden Knights did, to get this whole town fired up. And the Raiders are going to do the same thing. And we want to do the same thing. We want to put a competitive product out there in a world-class facility and get this town fired up about Rebel football.
Coach, we are looking forward to when you and your team take the field in the fall. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us. We appreciate it.
Thanks. Take care.